So raising up leaders in poor communities is very different than raising up leaders in churches that come from more affluent or a majority middle class believers. And generally the principle works like this in a middle class church. The cream rises to the top, you get the cream, you take them, you train them, you equip them, you send them out. That's not a wrong thing to do. But in our communities, the gold nuggets are hidden under tons of coal. So we have to do a lot of digging under a lot of dirt for a long time to get the nugget, to clean it up, him or her up, and then to train them. So that's one of the differences. I think the second difference is most of the theological education resources available to the church are middle class institutions built by the middle class for middle class churches. And so lots of guys from my background who weren't very well educated, come from poorer communities, but the Lord saves them. Maybe they're gifted evangelists, gifted pastors, have got a gift of communication. It's going to be almost impossible for them to make that huge cultural leap. Financially is one thing, but secondly, culturally. So guys from my community who do make that cultural leap in seminary education end up having all the rough edges knocked off them, like that's a good thing. And I don't think that is a good thing. I think a man can have character and his edges and keep his effectiveness for ministry. And so I think in terms of raising up leaders, we just have to think of newer, better ways in which we can raise leaders. We're pro theological education and we're pro seminaries. So don't mishear what I'm saying. But for us, we have to start our theological training process almost as soon as they're converted and build them up slowly over a period of 5, 6 or even 7 years. And even then they may well or may not well be at seminary level, but they'll certainly be equipped. And all of this obviously in the local church.